We're gonna go live and bring the meeting to a live state.
It's live.
It's live. So we kind of roughed out an agenda. We're going to talk about some of the past events first. So we're going to talk about ice race number 2 and 3, which was held Saturday, February 4th and Sunday, February 5th. The Saturday we ran the full complement of races, including the mixed race. It was very cold that day, but just about everybody was here who was out there. So Saturday was a pretty good day, and then we show up Sunday morning, and visibility was worse. So visibility on Saturday wasn't good either, though, but Sunday was even worse. And it actually looked like we might have to cancel Sunday's racing, but we waited it out. We did a practice in the morning, and amazingly, halfway through the practice, the sun started popping through, and it turned out to be actually not a bad day. So the Chevettes ran all their races except for the mixed race at the end, and the Neons, the first race they didn't run. The Neons and Limited Stud didn't run their first race. They just did a lapping, and then they ran 2 races, and then they also did a practice session for the ladies, which was Linda, Karen, and Kate. So and Uwe. and Uwe won the fastest lap. So.
I never passed anybody.
I never passed anybody.
Deliberately.
So I think everybody had fun there. Sunday was a little bit of a downer. We had a couple of people disqualified for long studs, and luckily my car was broken, so I wasn't disqualified because my studs was too long too. So, but they will be.
Stewart's your list.
Only one car was disqualified on Sunday.
On Sunday, yeah. One on Saturday.
Saturday, yes.
Yeah, and he corrected his studs on the Sunday, so so that's I still got to grind my studs down to length. So
we talk about that tonight, about when and how the studs are measured.
yeah, we can talk about that at some time. Yeah.
You're obligated to present the damn car legal at the end of the race. That's it. It's not up to the officials to measure the goddamn things to start the event.
It's in the subs.
No, it's not. So anyway, we'll talk about that later, but we'll just finish the recap. So that was ice race 2 and 3. Since then, the ERC has had another rallycross event. They've had their second rallycross event at Roy's Lake. And Colin, any comments about their events? Any comments back from Roy? Everything went good?
No, and without Roy, I would still be on the lake probably from the week before.
Yeah.
Days before.
Yeah.
Once again, he rescued, and the Subaru rescued.
So no negative comments coming back from Roy at all then?
What's that?
No negative feedback at all
Not
from
at all.
Roy? Very good.
The road in. Well, Sean phoned me Saturday at noon. I was on my way to the lake, and he says, Big Mike was out there and the road's all melted and the track's underwater and all this. And I go, oh, okay, I'll go look. I get there, the road is still snowy white. Nothing wrong with the track.
Okay, when was this?
Saturday afternoon.
Saturday, before the ERC
Yeah.
event, yeah.
And I plowed some on Saturday because John fixed the electrical situation. And then
Yeah, not too, we had problems with the plow again on the club truck, some plow issues, and I want to thank John, Sean, and Colin for getting the plow up and running again. So right now the plow is working well again, but that's the second time we've had some major issues this year with it. So when was the last time you checked the lake, Colin?
Sunday.
Last Sunday? So you haven't been out there in the last couple of days?
I was out there Sunday afternoon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, it was fine Sunday at 5 o'clock when I left the lake. There was the only water was where the guys had been idling.
Yeah. No, why I'm asking is because I need to make a call that the ice is good. We're going this weekend and send out the schedule. So I want to do that all at the same time. So we need just a confirmation that the track is good.
The porta potty people were supposed to go and clean today. They were gonna call me if they had any issues getting out to the porta potty.
Okay.
I have received no information, however, that's not necessarily a positive or anything
Yeah.
at this moment.
Okay.
Yeah, there might still be stuff at home.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no cell service.
I think those porta potties would float, I'm not sure.
Yeah, because like I'm thinking today was the worst day, so it's gonna get cooler slowly until the weekend. If we can make it through the next day or so, we should be okay. So, were you planning on going out calling or not?
No, I can't. That's
Okay.
my problem. I leave home
Okay.
at 6:30 and I don't get home till 7.
Does anybody else want to volunteer? If not,
Ken
I'll.
Berg said he would go Friday afternoon.
Yeah, I was thinking more tomorrow.
I can go
Well,
tomorrow.
I think it was more.
Okay. You want to go, Uwe, or
Yeah, sure,
you sure?
yeah.
Okay.
I'll
So-
take my car, my truck's nice.
Yeah.
Take him there.
Okay. Okay, that would be wonderful, and if you can let me know, you know, the condition of the road getting in, and if the ice is at least holding up for now. It will get better as it gets cooler, but we just want to make sure we got no big pools of water sitting around. And we'll go by your expert opinion, and then if you can let me know, then I'll send out a confirmation to everybody that we're a go and send out the schedule. I have the schedule already done for the weekend. It's basically the same one we used for the last race. Just switched the Chevette and the Chevette street studs around so it balances out their races. So it's basically the same schedule though, which is the 30-minute open practice. Now we had the open practice on Saturday. It seemed to go well. I didn't have any bad feedback from anybody, and it seemed to be well received, although I didn't get any positive feedback at all from the open practice on the Saturday. Anybody's thoughts on that?
I liked it.
Positive.
I got to go in and out a few times, so.
Okay. I think it does give the opportunity to, if you're having issues, to go out once or twice, at least twice, and check things out. And if people may just want to just run a few minutes and come in, but it gives the other people, if they're having issues, a chance to iron them out.
We had a chance to run 2 different types of tires, which was great.
Yeah.
You're gonna run clockwise again?
That's the next thing. We'll get Colin to talk about the track
What I
modifications you
did
made.
on the Saturday was shrink the track. I've plowed the inside bank away and moved the track in, basically. That's what I
Okay.
was trying to do.
So it's shorter.
Yeah, and then I actually, that other little zig and zag at the northeast corner, I plowed that one in. I was gonna do more plowing, but I thought I'd wait till after the Sunday event. And
Yeah. So it's basically the same configuration, just smaller.
just slightly smaller.
Yeah. So the question is, do we run the same,
I think
Same
we can go the other
clockwise?
way, I think. but-
or go counterclockwise just to mix it up?
Yeah. Maybe go one day Saturday one way and Sunday the other way.
Question on that.
Yeah.
Is the area for the timing trailer plowed on the other side?
No, we can do that.
Makes it also the exit or pit out is.
I moved
right
a few
in
of those
the-
lumps though that are
The first turn, we'd have to change the pit out.
that big around and
Around
hard.
more.
Oh, man, are they hard.
So
Before
you're
the
further into the
really
corner.
Well, we'll go
used to be a
clockwise
bunch of
first
rats
and then
there.
think about it for
Do
Sunday.
you still have it there at the back? Beets, rats and stuff, no?
Well, that's why I tried to plow away from the ruts.
Oh, okay.
John, you drove it after, are we away from most of the ruts?
Most of the ruts, a
Yeah.
little bit around the corner too, but.
Yeah. Well, we can still do a little bit more on that.
Mike, you,
I just have one concern with running the opposite direction. We've got a 600-meter straightaway, which will be slightly shorter if it's been trimmed inwards, but we were a decreasing radius corner onto a decreasing radius corner
Yeah.
after the straightaway. Now it would be an increasing radius corner onto a 600-meter straight into a really
Tight.
tight increasing radius.
Rudy and I just talked about that. We'll run Saturday the normal way clockwise and look at it Saturday and see if we want to
I
consider
just
running
foresee
counter.
everybody stuffed in the bank right
Yeah.
at the pit out.
Yeah.
Good point, yeah.
And I don't know whether the Marshall stations are gonna work.
Yeah, no, we'll have a look at it, but we'll definitely run clockwise Saturday and probably Sunday because it's just too much work to
Anyway,
That would do
Ken
some
Burke
stuff.
said he's available for Friday if we need to send somebody out on the plow.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so that's talking about this upcoming weekend. So there will be a definitive answer tomorrow if we're going for sure after Uwe's checked it out. I may go out yet. I'm kind of busy, but I might get some time to go check it out too.
If anybody's going out there, let me know. I might be able to make it out to do and have a look around. Better good to have two people out there
Yeah,
instead of somebody being out there alone.
yeah, absolutely.
We
What-
won't be alone.
No,
I know, I'm
two
not.
vehicles. Better to have two vehicles out there than one vehicle.
Yeah.
Just so you can.
Yes.
Maybe we'll take the truck.
Yeah.
Have to wash it, yeah.
Okay, anything on ice racing before we talk about Lac La Biche? No? We did have two more cars for the last event. A couple more Chevettes showed up, so that was encouraging. So we didn't lose any cars for that last event. So, well, we lost them on Sunday at the end of the day. We lost the one Chevette. I'm hoping.
The two that were damaged.
Yeah, I'm hoping the number 18 should be fixable, but the 26 is totally written off. So,
You're talking about anything else for ice racing past, or? anything
well, this
for
is
ice racing in
just
general?
general past, and then we're talking about ice racing coming up here. Okay, so I'll turn it over to Ken Staples to talk about Lac La Biche, and then we'll talk about some club stuff in relation to that. And go ahead, Ken.
Okay, well, obviously, I'd like everybody to come to the event. We've got some travel money, I can tell you what we're paying. We're paying Edmonton area drivers $80, anyone from further away in Alberta $100. Volunteer workers are getting $60. The Chevette charity race rental is $150. And we're gonna do some ride-alongs, and we're going to charge $50 for the ride-along for 3 laps, and 20 of that will go back to the driver. And I'm really trying to encourage the Chevette guys to make their cars available for the charity race, and I may just only have the Chevettes and the Neons doing the ride-alongs. And the Chevettes that are in the charity race will be able to participate in the ride-alongs. One thing I'd like you to consider is that on Sunday, we don't have a lot of time either day for the ride-alongs. We got 25 minutes. The reality is by the time you put a helmet on somebody, strap them in the car, get out, do 3 laps and get back in the pits, get him out and somebody else in, there's gonna be probably only 2 opportunities to do that. And if we can, I'd like to change the schedule a bit to get a little more time for that on Sunday. Sunday's gonna be our busiest day for
Yeah,
spectators.
yeah.
And one thing I'm wondering about is we have practice sessions on Sunday morning. Everybody's run the track on Saturday and run races. I don't know if we need a practice or if we can maybe move the racing up a little bit and open up some time a bit later in the day. So that's one thing I'm asking about. Saturday night, we're having a dinner and dance. Sunday, competitors, everybody gets, for the awards dinner, we get two tickets for meals, and then if you need more than that, it's $10. But the Saturday one, we've got some costs in there, so it's $20 to come for dinner. We're having a dance afterwards with live music, and if you want to come to the dinner and dance, it's $25. And we get some really good local musicians there. Should be a pretty good evening. We do have secured parking up at Lac La Biche Transport if you want to park your trailer or your rig. And things are looking, well, conditions are the same as here. It was plus 14 there today, melting like crazy. But we have 3 feet of blue ice, so the ice itself is not a problem, but we may have some fairly shallow banks if this weather continues. Once we get a couple races in and start whipping some ice chips up, the banks do build up. But my bigger concern is for spectator safety, because we're gonna have a spectator road all the way around the track, and we normally have a pretty high bank on the track side of that to keep the race cars and the spectators apart. So the spectator road may be quite a bit further away.
Yeah.
As it stands right now, everything's going. And that's about it. I guess the only other thing, and I need to know, is the club truck coming?
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the schedule. I did the schedule in conjunction with Ken. The Saturday I feel is good, but the Sunday is very tight. So we could look at doing what we've started to do here is just having one shorter open practice on the Sunday instead of having two. Right now I have a studded and a rubber practice, but we could shorten that up to just one shorter open practice on the Sunday, and that would save us 20 to 25 minutes.
I think if you have, in the interest of having more participation from the community, I don't see a problem giving up the practice on the second day to
Okay.
like if we get more community involvement, then you.
Yeah, the only trouble is if anybody had issues on the Saturday and they needed the practice time, but
Well,
it's
I don't think
going to be
anybody-
slim.
I don't think anybody in the room has a problem with it, so,
Okay, so we're good with that. We'll just go with one short open practice on the Sunday, and that they'll free us up some minutes.
20-30 minutes.
Yeah, because it was running pretty tight. If we have any upset, we're going to be very, very tight. And that'll give us some leeway for that ride-alongs and just a little bit of leeway.
And we're really trying to make an effort this year to make it more community friendly. We have a kids carnival Saturday and Sunday right on the lake. We've had that in the past, but it's in MacArthur Place away from the lake, so it's right on the lake. We got skating there. If it snows, we've got sliding. I don't know what's gonna happen. We've got the Jack Axe crew coming up, and we're gonna have a community thing, axe throwing, knife throwing, buck sawing, stuff like that. Lots of interest in that. And we're gonna have a pretty good crowd out this year, and like I say, we really want to encourage the community participation and support.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we're at.
Okay, so now regarding club equipment, you want the trailer and the timing trailer and the plow truck, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And we'll cover the cost of getting that out there.
Okay. Yeah, I think we have a plan. I'll let Rudy speak on that to get all that equipment up there.
Yeah, well, basically, between Mark, his brother, myself, we'll get everything up. So I'm not sure Mark and Rick, but I'll be going up on Friday afternoon.
The truck plow that manifold leak seems to be getting worse. So.
Keep your windows open while you're going there.
last time I drove, it didn't appear to be a problem on the highway.
Okay.
Is there,
Well, it's leaking, so that means something's getting hot right around it, so your repair bill's gonna get bigger.
myself and Ken Berg had it up on the hoist. We repaired where the exhaust pipe had come dislodged from the turbo. We repaired that, but there was a leak on the manifold, between the manifold and the block. But where it was leaking, I looked at it and there was no, last time I looked at it, there was no concern for fire. It was just an annoyance more than anything. Well, that's the only concern, right? To replace the manifold in that truck, that turbo diesel is a major undertaking. So we decided, the decision was taken at the time just to leave it as is.
Maybe it will burn down.
Hope not.
It's insured.
It's insured.
Oh,
We did pay the insurance.
I can speak to that insurance too. Competition Insurance refunded us $695.
Wow.
Because the address, the billing address got switched from Edmonton to
NASCC.
Nisku.
Yes.
Really?
And so having had that information, I'm reviewing all my commercial policies. Yeah. And so thank you very much to Competition Insurance for that.
Which reminds me, I need to get you on the insurance. I need to get you to sign a form.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll talk to you after about it. Okay, so I think we've got everything covered for the Lac La Biche event now. The rough schedule is posted and all the information is posted on the website. I did send it out via email. I will update the schedule and reissue that for Lac La Biche, and that will be the final one we'll probably go with, unless there's any other changes. Okay.
Oh, just one other thing. The program, the insert that's in the newspapers notes that this is the 20th year that Chevettes will be racing in Lac La Biche. So we're giving that class some recognition.
Wow.
And $300 prize money, first place for each one of the classes.
Yeah. So after Lac La Biche, depending on weather, and this is the big question, there is an opportunity to potentially do some different types of events at Roy's, because we'll have the track still there. We've been approached by the Edmonton Rally Club. They want to have another rally cross. There has been some interest within the club to look at doing an open lapping session too, or a combination thereof of lapping, rallycross, and ice dice, whatever and whatever. Right now, we haven't definitively planned anything, just because we didn't want to give a date and then find out we got no ice. And like right now, it's a little bit iffy given the current weather conditions and forecast whether we'll have a track past Lac La Biche. So I'm not sure where we want to go with this or what we want to do with it. But we'll have to sort of think about a date where we have to make a decision if we want to run another type of event out of Roy's and if the conditions are good enough. So I'll turn that over, and if there's any discussion on that. I think the thought the executive had was it would be a nice opportunity to get some volunteers into cars if it's an open lapping, and also crew members to give them an opportunity for some lapping on an ice race track. Anybody got any comments?
14-day forecast from Weather Network looks good, but that's
14
a weather
days.
forecast. But it does look good. After Friday is -5 as a low with a 0 high. After that, it pretty much stays in the negatives on the whole 14-day forecast.
Mm-hmm.
Positive with the fact that the lake's frozen right to the floor right now.
It's the surface, I think, that's more, that the snow, if the snow melts down, there's no banks,
Yeah.
nothing.
When we left on Saturday, or on Sunday afternoon, the surface wasn't melting. We had a little bit of slush right where the cars had been idling all day on the start grid, but everywhere else we didn't get any moisture. What it's like now, obviously we don't know,
Yeah.
but the road out was still frozen and white snow on the top of it. So.
Yeah, my concern will be the banks, I think, and I'm worried about it for this weekend is the banks.
I think what you should do, perhaps, Mark, is on the Facebook and or the web page, just indicate that we're looking at something and judge by comments on whether there's any sort of interest.
Yeah.
And then if the track holds out, then we can look. For
Yeah,
further
I'll put
events.
something on Facebook and see if we get some comments and interest on it. But I'm not looking at making a decision on it probably until next weekend.
Because we would be looking close to the middle of March if we want to, unless we won
Well, it
a
would be
weekend
the
in a row, right?
yeah, that would be for us. It would be 3 weekends in a row, which is really, really tough.
Yeah, that's the, so if you leave a week gap.
Leave a
then-
week
then
after
we're
Lac La
getting
Biche,
pretty
yeah.
warm.
So
We're looking at the 4th, 5th,
yeah.
and we'll be setting up a secondary venue for our rallycross if the lake doesn't work out.
Let me put post on Facebook.
We
See.
had, just so you're aware of the interest level, we had 44 cars out at our rallycross on Sunday.
Mhm.
18 of them were not repeat people from the 38 we had the previous rallycross. And talking with them at the drivers meeting after the event, there was certainly a lot of interest in running another event out there. And I've had that expressed to me from people that weren't at either of the events again, over Facebook and stuff since. So
Mhm.
on our end of it, there's lots of interest,
All right.
in both lapping and a rallycross.
Yeah.
I think we have the opportunity to integrate the event with the ERC and the NASCC to get people out there and do some open lapping. I think it's a good opportunity to do some crossbreeding or whatever you want to call it.
Interbreeding.
Cross-contamination,
Yeah.
I think would be good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think there's benefits for both clubs.
There's a lot of people that are asking how to get involved with ice racing through the rally club, and the information we're giving them is to talk to the NASCC, but of course, the answer always ends up being, go to the school next year at the beginning of the season, and that's how you get involved with ice racing. Getting somebody out at this time of the year when they've seen it happening and when it's fresh in their minds is something that they wanted to do, and letting them have a chance to go around the track really gets them interested in building a car over the summer and getting out there for the next season.
Yeah.
I think the problem, well, the biggest stumbling block I see at the moment is the early to mid-March date, and I don't know, given the weather pattern, I don't know what we're gonna have.
Yeah, as I said, the 14-day forecast as of right now says freezing all the way until after Friday of this week, but
14 days, but we're talking the 1st of March, right?
4th and 5th is the dates that we're looking at doing it.
We're talking about the mid-March, 15th.
Right, for the NASCC to run something, right?
Yeah.
We'll look and see.
Yep.
Next.
Okay, next. Anything else on ice racing season before we start talking about other grandiose stuff? Yes, Mark.
Is there a wrap up for ice racing?
Yeah, we've bantered it about a bit. I'm pretty sure we're going to go with an ice race banquet again this year, probably at Millwoods again. Sean and I like the idea. I think it's a go on our minds, so we'll get that organized. We'll need to pick a date. I'll have to look what last date we had last year.
I will stop talking at some point, but the ERC had their banquet upstairs at Blackjacks. They have a fantastic facility up
Yeah,
there.
I've been
having
up there.
Blackjacks as a sponsor of the NACC, you might want to inquire on that. The
Yeah.
pricing was fantastic and the food was incredible.
Good. Yeah, we had it last year at the Millwoods Golf Course, but we'll consider that too.
Good idea.
Okay, moving on.
Cool.
Competition License School. That's the official name of it. No, we've had 18 registrations so far, which is very, very good with very little promotion. But this week we started to ramp up the promotion. You may have been spammed by Jed with a few emails coming from our NASCC events email address because we've been having problems with that. We're getting it cleaned up, but one of the things we wanted to use that for is to contact all our old racers, because we have a lot of email addresses in there that we wanted to use to contact for instructors and other people. The other reason is because it's our 60th, the NSCC's 60th anniversary this year, so we need to be contacting a lot of old people. Old members, I should say, not old people. Older members who are in that email list. Our Motorsport Reg email list only goes back 3 years. It's a better list because it has more current racers and instructors, but it's not the one where we want to be contacting people. We want to use that one and the old one still, so we're still work being done on that. But we are going to be wrapping up the promotional aspect on the license school. You'll be seeing more posts on Facebook, more things going out via email. Also, we want all the instructors to try and sign up as early as they can in using the Motorsport Reg. We've had a few trickle in the last few days. I know it's a long way ahead of time, but the sooner we can get all our instructors registered through that, at least we know we have the numbers. We think the school will sell out this year, even though we're having hard times, even though the economy is very bad, just from the general interest and the number of registrations we've had so far. Our practical maximum is 48 students. We think we can handle more, but we'd be very, we wouldn't like to handle more than 48. That's sort of the optimum number we want to aim for. What was I had a thought, but I can't remember what it is.
It'll come back to you.
It will come back to me. So yeah, make sure you spread the word. Make sure you sign up yourself as an instructor. And people who are definitely mention it to people who may be interested in racing this year. If you got to get into that school to get your license. So right now it's about a split 50-50. We have about 50% of the people potentially interested in getting a license. 50% just want it for the high performance aspect of it. So we're having a good mix again of racers versus just people who want to take the high performance driving school portion of it.
You should be seeing some Facebook ads coming very soon. Maybe a video or two, so this is the week that they'll start.
And for anybody interested in doing the school, we had, there are other driving schools, another way to get on track, another way to experience your car on track, but we had in the past made a effort to make this a higher level of driving, a higher level of competition driving school, so you get to experience more things at a higher level than you would in a normal driving school. So there would be like, drifting, trail braking, oversteer, understeer, and actually encourage the students to experience their car at the limit more so than they would in a normal driving school. So it's a good value. It always has been a good value, and I think it's an exceptional school. Having done schools all over North America, so what we offer is a good thing.
Okay, any questions about the school? Any clarifications? Okay, I did mention this as the 60th anniversary of NASCC, and Sean and I have been talking about it, and Sean's gone ahead and booked Blackjacks for the August 26th night for a dinner. It's actually our third race weekend. It's the Saturday of our third race weekend, so we should have a lot of out-of-town people coming. We'll have all the usual crowd, the WCMA crowd up here, and a lot of races from Calgary, but we will be wanting to expand upon that idea and actually do some more things around the 60th anniversary. I've already got a couple of things on the back burner that I've been working on in the background, but we also need to have some people step forward and volunteer for a committee to help with the planning and ideas around this. So if anybody's interested in participating in that committee, and we'll probably meet offline, not during these meetings, we'll to banter around some ideas and do some further planning around the 60th anniversary. Please let us know.
I'll help.
Perfect. Put me down too.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we got a committee of 4 already. Sean, myself, Kevin, and Dave. So, anybody else? The more hands we.
Brian Sinfield had offered.
I think
on the 50th that he would offer to lend whatever experience he had and whatever slides. And
so that's a good starting point. Yeah, I would like to have at least six people involved in that and getting that going. And we'll probably start the meetings as soon as the ice racing season's over. But if anybody's got some ideas, just talk to one of us, and we'll see if we can make it happen. But I got a couple of things, but if we can get some ideas out on the table, the more time we got, we can build on it.
I've got some pretty good archival material.
Absolutely,
I've got straight pipes going back into the 60s.
Yeah, please send as much as that through as you can, because actually I had somebody contact me from a member who just passed away, said they had a whole bunch of archive stuff and they're going to mail it to me. I said, please do. So, yeah. So that was one of my ideas too, is to get some of these really neat posters properly framed and done with. Some of the ones from way back at the Speedway days, which would be really cool. Maybe
You have some pins as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So, at the dinner, at least if we can have a little display table with some of that stuff, it's just a conversation starter, right? Of talking about some of these neat events that we used to have way back at Speedway and stuff. So if you have any stuff like that, please forward it on. Okay, anything else on the 60th anniversary? Any neat ideas right now?
We had talked about in the past making our upcoming summer race season themed weekends. Is that weekend scheduled to be the open?
It's the Formula Open Wheels, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, has there been any, John, you might know this, or Barry, any talk about the vintage guys about coming for any of our events here?
No.
Nothing?
Not yet.
If we designated one, would you think that would help?
Yes, it would.
If we offered a discount, would that help?
No.
No?
No, we should charge them more.
I'm glad you said that.
All in favor?
Good thing this is a live broadcast.
But they do go to California, they go to New York and other places,
Yeah.
so it's less travel.
I'm not disparaging the vintage racers. I just wish that they would just come.
I will, if we have a date, and I think we talked a couple of meetings ago about the September race, being a vintage one, I'll approach some
Yeah, I did look at briefly at the BC vintage schedule because actually if you follow it through, it kind of makes sense. There's one earlier in the summer in Winnipeg and so on and so on, and then the vintage ones in BC. I'll look see if that last weekend falls on a good weekend.
Yeah. The BC Historics are the week before our August event.
Okay,
So
which would be good.
We've contemplated if our car's running fine, we might go out to the historics there.
So that would make our September thoughts good then, you say?
I'm not sure what competing ones are. I'll talk to the Calgary guys and see if our September event works for them.
Okay, if you can check that out, John, and
Yeah.
just let me know, and then because if we can designate that as a vintage weekend, whatever we call it, it may attract some more people. And I'm inclined to give a small discount for out of province people traveling. So
I think instead of discount, we offer tow money.
well, same thing, yeah.
No, there's a slight flavor difference.
Okay.
That's a positive thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're getting something.
Yeah.
And if they don't show up, we have more.
Okay. I've done enough talking.
I got a couple things I want to talk about.
Go ahead.
I've been talking to the guys at the EMRA, the Edmonton Motorcycle Racing Association, and they have a date, the 14th of August, that they don't know what to do with. They ended up with a one-day weekend, so they don't know if they want to run races that weekend, if they want to run an open test day, or what. One of the executive members of the EMRA works for me, so we've been talking, and I thought I would suggest to the club if the club was interested in sharing that day with the EMRA to maybe have an open test day, so limit their liability for costs and whatnot, so that motorcycles would run their thing, and we'd share the track, but they'd run half the sessions, we'd run half the sessions. So I don't know if the club would be interested in that. I thought I would present it and see, get some feedback. It'd be an open test day, it'd fit between,
The 14th is a Monday.
That's why it's a one-day event.
13th?
Sunday.
Sunday the 13th?
Yeah.
Working across contamination.
Yeah, that's what I like. I want to develop a relationship between all the clubs, and especially the ERMA. They are a racing body. They put on races at the track. They are one of the only other organizations that actually does not door to door, but they're a racing organization. We are a racing organization. And I'd like to have a chance. I thought it'd be great if we could get out there, share the track for a day, have the motorcycle guys talking to the car racing guys, and to show some solidarity to the track owner that, we are racing people and we're your biggest client, and maybe we could show a unified front to the track. We might, I don't know what. I just think it'll be a good thing overall.
Absolutely.
A question
It's
on
been tried
logistics.
before. I did when I was president of the club, and it worked like a hot damn.
Yeah, I think it'd be great.
We went from being deadly enemies with the Edmonton Light Car Club to cooperating on things. It took them a year.
Well, I think cooperation is the way to go. They haven't decided what they want to do with the date. They're talking about running the second school and stuff, but I told them that pitch the idea of having an open test day. That would limit their financial liability, because it's $8,000 a day, so their financial liability for the day would be, I guess, speaking from a treasurer's standpoint as always, would take it from $8,000 a day down to $4,000 a day per club, and if we charge $200 a day, we get 20 people out there, we'd cover the cost on it for open testing. And it's between the July 23rd, we race July 22nd, 23rd, and August 22nd, 23rd, so it would be the week before the last August race. So I think the chance
It's
to
a
go
good
out there
time, yeah.
for a reasonable cost to go out there and do some testing.
When's the Trump car? The before that, isn't it? August
Yes.
5th.
Well, as usual, has been no.
It is.
Announcement.
Yeah.
But we know the
Yeah,
date.
They've got it booked.
Yeah, it's
It's booked with Castle. Trump Car Canada just doesn't. No, they did post it. They did post it.
Okay.
on the shared date. One logistic thing that may come to play is where turn one is. The bikes put up airbags.
Yes.
So if but that's there because of the current wall, or would they still be using it? if the wall
That was one of the questions that did arise, how would we deal with the air fence? And I said, well, we'll just try not to run into it.
But it's,
If the
It's-
walls move,
It would be a testing day, it would not be a racing day,
yeah,
right? So,
but if the walls move by then, their air fence would be nowhere near the.
but they have a air fence in, I think in 3,
Three.
and
Oh,
in,
they do.
and in 4.
Hmm.
Lots of the, well, any turn, there's a possibility of running into a wall, there's air fence. So we would have to be okay with that, have to agree that if the air fence was damaged, we'd have to.
What is an air fence?
It's a
Air
big pillow.
fence?
the,
It's a big pillow in front of the tires.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably 6 feet wide, 6 foot high, filled with air, canvas bag filled with air that
Protects the cars of drivers and,
keeps the
The motorcycle.
motorcycle guys from hitting the walls.
that's a good idea.
If they hit the wall, they hit the fence, they don't hit the wall.
Yeah.
I hit one in my Mustang at Strat Attack, and boy, I was glad I hit it and not the railroad ties that were behind it.
So I just wanna put it out there, and if,
Yeah,
well, if it's receptive to it, I would move forward with it.
go back with them and say, yeah, we're interested in exploring it.
Okay.
Actually, I'd like to add something too. Winnipeg is considering having sort of a runoff in the Prairie region or WCMA region at one of their events, where more people from here come to compete for prizes and trophies, etc. The date is still to be determined.
They were thinking of their race date in August.
Yeah.
What date is that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I only wrote ours down.
Yeah.
I didn't bring my phone.
Was it, the dates are,
you looking?
Mm.
Okay.
This is something that Dino
Otherwise,
brought
I'd
up.
like to probably wait past.
Yeah, it's actually, it's coming from Gerard, I think. But I had a conversation with Gerard a couple of weeks ago on the phone. He still brought that up, and I said, go ahead and explore the idea if Winnipeg wants to do it.
Well, Dino's talked to me about it, suggesting.
Yeah, so
Gerard is very
we're
good.
okay with it. You know, we can't say too much against it. You know, it's give it a try, see if it works.
I'd like to make a trip to Winnipeg this summer if possible.
Yeah, but it's got to be it's got to be a date where it's good for us though too.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I think I think our last September race weekends are on the same dates. We have 2 conflicting dates this year with Winnipeg.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's the August one you're right, is the one that may look good. So it wouldn't be a season finale, it would be sort of a mid-season finale.
We used to have a cross Canada one.
Yeah,
We ended up competing in
Shubenacadie,
Shubenacadie,
Nova Scotia.
yeah.
Wow.
Sport.
most part.
Yeah, the original idea was it would be after the season's over.
Yeah.
This would be the regional runoffs, just like the SCCA does, and get everybody involved at the end of the year. But this year, the dates just don't align.
We
And-
should have a WCMA day at Thunder Hill.
yeah, well, so let's get WCMA to book Thunder Hill for us.
I know Gerard is keen on it, but it's
They don't have anything
logistically,
on
it's
their
hard
own
to do.
calendar.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how Winnipeg gets their dates assigned, but you know how we get our dates assigned.
They
We're
have
just
no
told
choice.
they have no
They have the
choice.
same
Right.
problem.
Yeah.
Do they?
Same.
Oh, so we're not doing anything
Yeah,
on it.
they compete with drag races, from what I
Yeah.
understand, yeah.
I don't-
So you know, and
somebody
it's
said it was
unfortunate this
published.
year that
Yeah.
two of the
Oh, you know
two
what?
of the
I
dates
got
are
it in my
exactly
email.
the
Sue
same.
sent it out the email.
No,
Sue sent out an email
Yes.
with giving us,
Yeah.
It was,
Okay, I gotta
because
find
that
it.
was published
'Cause
around
I
the same
already have
time we
them on
got
my
ours
calendar.
confirmed.
and that one weekend in August that I usually go to, I'm not going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be someplace else in the rest of the world. Other than Gimli,
Well, where's that?
someplace else.
So,
Okay.
anything else from your side?
No, once I covered all the points I have, something I want to, after it's gavelled, I want to talk, but
But we didn't gavel in officially, so it's just kind of a meeting, so talk away.
we're not having a meeting?
Well, we are. Are we doing minutes? No.
We're
Just
we're
talk
live.
away.
We're live streaming, so
Yeah, talk.
officially.
Well, I'm just
minutes.
looking for someone to come to Texas and drink tequila with me, so I'm going to go, I'm going to go on April 30th. I've I've lined up a BMW M3 race car to rent and drive the Circuit of Americas with an open lapping event in
Must be nice.
end of April, so I'm just interested to see if anybody was interested in going. That's
Where is
August 18th to the 20th is their August weekend.
That's way down
Yeah.
in Texas.
Texas.
Yeah,
yeah.
Austin, Texas.
Oh, wow. That'd be neat.
It's a beautiful track.
So, I just don't want to drink tequila alone, that's all.
Oh,
Yes, John.
There was a double fatality at Vegas
Mm.
this last week. So, the driving experience, a Lamborghini crashed and both the instructor and student passed.
Wow.
Yeah, it went up in flames.
Tragic.
Yep, tragic. And we lost the author of Vinyl Cafe.
Yeah.
Yes.
saw that.
I had the good fortune to be the subject of personal mirth by the author of Vinyl Cafe. Back in 1996, when I was with the Alzheimer's Society of Edmonton, a bunch of us went to the big Alzheimer's movement's meeting in Ottawa. And the guest speaker was Stuart McLean. Well, for whatever reason, I was wearing a kind of a funny T-shirt at that time. And it was from Montana, and it said, "Citizens for a Poodle-Free Montana." And have you ever seen those old West pictures of a bunch of cowboys with ropes and a bear or something all roped up? There's a big pink standard poodle roped by these cowboy folks, and the thing was "Citizens for Poodle-Free Montana." Stuart McLean took note of it and did some sleuthing, and we're in the big meeting. Stuart McLean finishes off his presentation with the T-shirt of the weekend. Citizens for a Poodle-Free Montana. Dave Welsh from Edmonton, Alberta. There's about 2,000 people in this room. So I sent him one. I went and got a T-shirt and sent it.
Linda found Winnipeg's date, by the way.
It's August 18th to the 20th, and that's their vintage weekend.
So they're not gonna be doing runoffs then either, I don't think.
Well, I think they would be hesitant to do runoffs then.
Yeah, well, Dina was going to check it. Initially, had it scheduled for a race that scheduled hours. They both conflicted, you know. And so then he said, well, it's going to work. So let's try another date.
Yeah.
Either that one or in September.
Yeah. Or we just wait till next year, see if we get a better date next year.
Yeah, well, it's the thought of doing it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, no, it's a good idea. It's just the dates are hit and miss, right? That's the trouble.
Oh,
We need to know.
there was one more thing about the competition,
License school?
no, the competition insurance.
Yeah.
They have tickets for World of Wheels, or whatever it's called now.
It's World of Wheels on March the 3rd and 4th week.
And they've
Yeah.
donated them to the club for 2 or 4 tickets.
Oh, nice.
I'm supposed to send a courier to pick them up.
Okay, can you pick them up and whoever comes to the club meeting where we have them, we'll do a quick name draw.
Sure.
It's fair?
Yeah.
Okay, be a giveaway at the club meeting.
Yeah, the next meeting is the
Well, you
first.
said displays there at the World of Wheels.
Yeah.
We're too late.
Well, no, we had own car and club cars as well.
Yeah, it's too late, yeah.
They were 20 days before the cutoff date.
Yes, Ken?
I just heard the radio, Mitsubishi are doing a winter driving skills program out at Castle Raceway on Monday. Wondering if they were using any instructors from our club.
Not that I'm aware of. I haven't heard anything.
That's probably Paul's group.
Hmm.
I haven't even heard anything on that part because I'm usually
Yeah.
the lucky one who has to start their group.
John?
BC Historics are August 19th and 20th, which conflicts with Winnipeg.
Yeah.
And it's their 60th, 50th anniversary of the Formula Ford.
Oh, neat.
That's not a good weekend, yeah.
That's busy weekend.
So is this an actual meeting, or are we having a meeting, or?
It's still on the record.
Okay. Because I got a rant about tires.
Oh, don't start that. Do that after.
Okay, I can wait till after the meeting's over.
Sorry, I forgot to recognize you. I'm sorry. I don't recognize you.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Jason. Nice to meet everyone. As a person on the outside, it took me 2 weeks to find out about this club.
That's better than Sean did. It took him
me 25 years.
25 years.
And I'm originally from Toronto. I've been out here for like 2 years now. And it's really nice to finally you know, see some like-minded people and, you know, get a car, get out there.
Perfect.
And I have a car, but I'm not putting it out there. But, you know, I want to see what it's like, know what I'm getting into, and...
Come
you
on,
know.
Marshall.
No, actually, I don't mind.
Okay.
Yeah,
Talk to Lily.
I don't mind volunteering. You know what? I couldn't find Roy's Lake on your website. every time I look it up, it takes me to Fort Mac.
Nice.
Which did make sense. And then I found the Edmonton Rally Club site, and it's interesting because I live in Spruce Grove, and it's like a straight road down.
Yeah.
So,
Roy's Lake is not actually a lake.
It is not registered as Roy's Lake, that's the
It's
problem.
just that
registered
Roy
as-
owns the land.
I'm glad you found it though.
well, tip, just put a little marker on a map, and I will find it.
There was a map on our site at what time?
Yeah, there is maps on the website, and it kind of does come up in Google Maps, but only in Google Maps. You can't find it to anything else but Google Maps.
Yeah, the best way is
On Google Maps, I can tell you.
And Facebook.
the best way is if you go to our Facebook page. We have a club discussion page. And we have an official page.
I literally just joined it when you said that.
Yeah, so they
I'm on it now.
that's what we post. We post the maps there. Like we do have Roy's Lake, but I had to pull a few strings to get Google to put it on there. But you have to type NASCC ice racing, and it comes up as Roy's Lake in brackets.
Well, last week, if you do that, it takes you to Fort Mac. So just
We'll check it out.
that.
Well,
That's not good.
that we're happy you joined us, and we look forward to you coming out to lots of our events and hopefully participating in whatever capacity you want to. You know, there's, like I said, there's lots of opportunities just for volunteering, marshalling, doing all kinds of stuff, organizing, building. Great bunch of people,
Crewing.
Did you
crewing,
compete?
And
pit
bring,
crew.
Building ice race tires.
Yeah.
bring friends. Bring as many people as you can here to see,
Did
because
you
we
compete
do
back in
stream this
Ontario?
stuff. So.
Sorry?
Did you compete in Ontario?
No, I just helped friends build cars, and we went out there. But
Which track?
Do you enjoy building cars?
You enjoy changing tires?
You're Sean's best friend now.
It depends. Is it a Subaru?
Yeah.
Well, we might talk.
I can buy you one if you want one.
Hey, you bought me a Subaru.
One of the worst cars I've ever worked on. We built a Subaru for drag racing, and we're trying to make the world's fastest Subaru with a manual transmission, and it was just a nightmare. So much money wasted. But you know what? The thing is, a lot of people like me who are interested, we can't find you.
Yeah, we're working on that. That's been the common complaint for many years, and we're trying to turn that around now with Facebook and getting more people to and cross posting with other groups, so we get that word out there, and it's working. Kevin can attest to that. What's our likes on our page been like?
We've grown from about on our official page 120 to almost 600 now in like a few months.
Wow.
601 now.
And with the race school itself, I think it was almost 50% of the people said they heard about it through Facebook advertising, just popping up on feeds
I
and stuff.
actually found an old news article in 2009 about race school and practice. 2013, 2009 was something about this other event you're having.
That was the IndyCar race.
Yeah.
That's interesting feedback. That's good feedback. I moved to Edmonton when I was 18 years old, and I've been a lifelong fan of racing, wanted to race all my life, and I started racing when I was 50. So that's when I found out about racing in Edmonton.
Yeah, we started turning around. I really believe it's working. You know, and I think we're heading in the right direction. We just got to make ourselves more well known and spread the word. Okay, thank you very much for coming, and we'll see lots of you, I'm sure.
As long as I get the emails out here.
Yeah, make sure you're part of those two groups on Facebook. That's where we're targeting is through our Facebook advertising and cross posting.
Do you have another helper for Sunday? Because Kate said she can only come Saturday.
Okay, anything else?
I'm not sure.
Linda, you got anything?
Yeah, just an additional comment. Since it's the 50th anniversary of 4x4, if somebody needs some engine parts, I still have some. Some rocker arms, profile rocker arms. optimal lift.
Colin, do you have Ken on speed dial? Can you find out if Della's coming this
Are
weekend?
you still live streaming now?
Yeah,
We'll close it.
Yeah.
Okay, we are ending the live stream, so.
So we can talk candidly.